I'm moving. I'm moving to Los Angeles. I am a Laker. I'm definitely a Laker. I feel it, and I'm happy as hell to be one. You know, I'm at a point now where I know what I'm here for, and I'm just trying to use, my knowledge and use my position of power to be able to influence. For me to be a Los Angeles Laker and play inside Staples Center, to see all that purple and gold, for us to be able to, play the game that we love. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's not much more that you can ask for. For me, personally, being a basketball player, I'm chasing that greatness. That's always been my goal since I got in the NBA.
Oh! My goodness. Sorry for the interruption. Interrupt me anytime with that.
Number 23, LeBron James.
DJ, hammer it home. He's scorching right now.
I'd say he's really warm.
And here he is. He might fire one up. Get over 50. He's got it! 51.
James lost it, gets it back. James holding his left leg. Tried to stretch it a little bit and then limped back to the locker room. The Lakers now without LeBron James. And limped off the court. He hasn't missed a game this season.
How do you think this season will be remembered for the Lakers?
It's a lost season.
Ball hurt himself. Grabbing onto his leg.
This year is a throwaway year. They didn't make the playoffs. No, that's over now. You're really not sure what you got with the young guys.
The rumor mill is a churning.
Anthony Davis potentially landing with LA sometime in the near future.
A player like this, I roll the dice and wait till the summer.
What are the Lakers? I don't know what they were trying to do. You can't try to make the playoffs and develop your young guys. Clearly, we can't keep them all, because we're trying to sign a max guy this summer. Rob has work to do, Magic has work to do, and LeBron has work to do. Next year, we're not taking this nonsense.
My only goal being here is to get the Lakers back to playing championship basketball and competing for a championship. That's my goal.
Anthony Davis traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. What does that do for the balance of power out west?
You got LeBron, you got AD, you're in the conversation.
I think the most difficult part for me was just not knowing, leave a city that I've been playing for 7 years, and then get to play alongside, LeBron, play for an organization that's all about winning. Forget winning championships, and that's the only goal.
The Lakers and the Clippers being this good at the same time.
It was always the Lakers were big brother and Clippers were little brother in LA. And now we're seeing something shift.
They already don't recognize us as a so-called LA team, but y'all try to overlook us. I don't mean again.
I think the Clippers are the best team in the West.
Him and AD, they combined for 41 points through the first 3 quarters. They only combined for 2 points in that 4th quarter.
At the end of the day, y'all gonna have to recognize it, and we're gonna make you understand who we are.
The Battle of LA, we're gonna see how it's won.
Energy is one of the most underrated aspects of basketball.
And I think that's just too much for him. Like, he's got to do it all the time. It's going to be a tough one.
LeBron said he's been tired of watching people play with the throne, play with his name, say he's not on top anymore. I think we're going to see him come out with a lot of added motivation this year.
He's got something to prove.
There were people this summer more than ever wondering if you were washed.
He made the cleaners.
Here comes LeBron.
Oh my goodness, turns back the clock. Throws it up to Howard, and Howard with the slam. James with a great tap to AD. LeBron James has put the Lakers in front. LeBron to the rim. What a fantastic driving bucket.
3! Splashes it through. LeBron up against it. Scores anyway.
James behind the back to Howard. Incredible.
That guy is amazing. I mean, it just, I'm a fan of true greatness in sports. I don't care what team, what sport.
Yes, sir, LeBron. LeBron all the way. Williams and the sledgehammer. Here he goes. All the way. Look out.
Wow.
There's James, goes across the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. And there it is. He just became the third leading scorer in NBA history, passing Kobe Bryant. Another milestone for the great LeBron James.
I'm happy to be in any conversation with Kobe Bean Bryant. As I got drafted, I still just admired him. You know, seeing what he was able to accomplish, winning championships, just admired him for so many years. It's just too much. The story is just too much. Now I'm here in the Lakers uniform in Philadelphia.
Kobe Bryant is dead at the age of 41 due to a helicopter crash near Calabasas, California, just north of Los Angeles.
It's too soon. I mean, way too soon. This was the guy they grew up on, a true iconic guy.
Obviously, the NBA is reacting to this news as we are right now.
I look at this as a celebration tonight. Tonight, we celebrate the kid that came here at 18 years of age, retired at 38, and became probably the best dad that we've seen over the last 3 years, man. So in the words of Kobe Bryant, Mamba out, but in the words of us, not forgotten. Live on, brother.
Number 24 and number 8.
So he's a legend. Legends never die. You know, we got to continue to push forward because that's what he wanted us to do.
Los Angeles, home of the greatest athlete in the world today, LeBron James, the King.
10 assists and 5 boards. James, he got it!
Here comes LBJ! Look out! Oh, the crowd on their feet, that's what they came to see.
Another great pass by LeBron James. James, a bomb, you bet! LeBron James!
By the way, oh, here's a give and go. LeBron! 2 hands, little give and go with Caruso. So much, here's LeBron trying to force his way in. He does.
James gets in the paint and finishes. Not an area where he excels at, just 63% as James gets it go. James, again, Matthews trying to stay with him. James inside, banks that one in. Foul and one, rolls around and drops through. James spins and throws it down. Antetokounmpo and the Bucks lose for the 10th time this season.
I think the Clippers are the best team in the West.
The Battle of L.A.
James fouled, counted and one. Took a hard hit, banked it home. Pass inside, James to Davis. Reggie Jackson comes up with a loose ball, goes inside, reverse blocked by James. This is the largest lead here in the first half. James draws the foul, the strength again. Kawhi Leonard guarding LeBron James, drives past him, layup is good. This building is filled with Laker jerseys. James drives, layup, count it, and the foul. LeBron James putting on the finishing touches.
The game has been postponed between the Jazz and the Thunder tonight. Still awaiting official word from the league office as to exactly why they've determined not to play tonight.
We've been reading about this, dealing with this, talking about this for the last 2-3 weeks. So it's finally hit our country.
When I think about who's going to win the championship, what scared me about the guys going back to play is injuries. When LeBron sat down, what are the Lakers going to be able to do?
This plague of racism, which comes at the same time as this pandemic, demands our attention.
I can't breathe.
This is systematic. Some of the injustice that we've been seeing is not okay.
Would you like any water?
We are living in a time now where conversations that are difficult but are necessary.
The NBA and the NBPA released an update. The NBA returns
July 30th in Orlando in a bubble.
The rules are for everybody. If it's a championship, it's a championship. You go to play, you go to win.